What is up, dudes? How are y'all doing? And welcome back to Baten Kaitos Eternal Wings in the Lost Ocean. Hopefully everybody is doing well. Happy weekend. It is a rare Saturday stream. Doesn't happen too often. But here we are. So yesterday, we left off after we went back to the Imperial capital after finding out that Zella is in fact the Queen of Ice. And we are currently in the midst of an infiltration operation in order to try to save Callus from the cursed power of the End Magnus. It's been quite a ride. It's been a lot of fun. And I'm very excited. We got some pretty decent deck upgrades. Oh, we got the ocean mirror as well by making ice sculptures. As one does. Well, hopefully everybody's doing well. Loin, Diarrhea Trap, Geki Zembu, how's it going? There we go. Okay, so it's one element, two of the same, then a neutral card, then the first element again in order to create a new combination. That's a fuckload of damage. Oops. Oh, right. Savina still doesn't have her full class upgrade. Should be getting pretty close though. Like, we should be able to get the card we need, or the class up that we need at the end of this segment. We also have a bunch of new sound files, by the way. I finally figured out how to add them ever since my bot updated. And it's now kind of casually hidden in a very small compartment of the already quite cluttered UI. Wait, is the tank still there? Let's fight a tank. Okay, so 1, 2. Try this. It doesn't work. That's unfortunate. Soggy beef strike. How do I poison? Well, I guess they're like biomechanical. Oops. Get up. Flop. Just immediately proceeds to fall apart. Hey, we got some fresh meat. That has been a hot minute. Why did I think it was a good idea to add that? How's it going, Muff Enjoyer? I think this was towards the beginning of the giant pile of Switch games I bought since September. I do miss my English dub, but at least there's no regions, so my EU hard copy will work on my Switch. That is true, Melissa. How's it going? I've been really enjoying the Japanese voice acting for this. But it's Saturday. Well, surprise. It is me. I played it first in English, so the Japanese dub will sound weird. I mean, it takes some getting used to, but like I was so used to the weird echoey sound of the original that like it sort of came as a pleasant reprieve of that. Ooh, nice. Let's set up some dark damage. So the Shadow Gate is a bit more effective. Clank. Like, I very affectionately dubbed the original Baten Kaitos due to just a weird echo effect that is on every single line read. The development of this game is pretty interesting, though. Like, especially considering that the opening sequence is supposed to be like the FMV cutscenes for the rest of the game. I was like, is somebody drilling? But it's the dog that's snoring. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Oh, why? Why? Here, have a cock. Jesus Christ, Warp. I think the stream can hear you. Oh, he is out. Hey, Age Monk, how's it going? You don't hear the dog. We probably should. Like, it's some snoring of titanic proportions. Like, the very foundation of the Netherlands is quaking right now. Dams are breaching. The water is everywhere. Please make it stop. Oh, wait. Oh! Take it back. But yeah, Steve, to kind of explain my current presence upon this here website, I didn't stream on Wednesday because of the ISP dudes that eventually didn't know what fences were. So I moved Wednesday's stream to today. I'm gonna try to record that at some point. Holy crap! It's really funny. Because it sounds like the neighbors are drilling, but they're not. It's the dog that's sleeping. What a good boy. Ooh. I ain't gonna say no to that one. Why? There we go. Hopefully everybody is having a good weekend so far.
Oh, warrior of Nisa! Oh, warrior of Nisa!
Hey, Cohen, how's it going? It's all of them. You can basically redeem one and have like a spam of like 12 different voice lines.
Oh, warrior of Nisa!
I hadn't heard that one yet.
Oh, warrior of Nisa!
That one sounds properly constipated, not gonna lie. Yesterday was a bit oof.
Oh, warrior of Nisa! Oh, warrior of Nisa!
If you guys are fast enough with this, they overlap as well, I think.
Oh, warrior of Nisa!
It should be the only one that does that.
Oh, warrior of Nisa!
Oh, warrior of Nisa! Oh, warrior of Nisa!
This is it, you gave us too much power.
Oh, warrior of Nisa!
Warrior of Nisa!
Hey Jeremy, how's it going? You've given us too much power, have I though? Have I though? Because you guys haven't unlocked the greatest one yet. If I can find it. I wholeheartedly expect every single
Teach me your squishy ways, master!
Okay, get it out of your system, children. I will say though, the Warriors of Nisa and the German Gear Solid Laugh so far have been the greatest ones. Also rip 7k points. I mean, it's a good strategy, just elevate the cost of voice lines so they happen every once in a while. And just people go bankrupt on those things.
got it.
Remember that maybe one day a big raid will stack Warriors of Nisa like your Dino bouncer raid. Dude, that bouncer raid was the stuff of legends. Especially when the spam got so bad that the TTS got clogged up. You mean Lyud? I think he is slowly starting to steer clear of that, but I'm not quite sure. But you basically use him for the photography stuff a lot. Like he's really good at that. To set up the camera shots. Oh, don't mind if I do. Food is cooking inside a big pot in the back of the kitchen. It looks like an automated cooker. I don't know what I can do with this, actually. Ah. Oh, I see how this dungeon is done. Her cartridge never seemed to combo very well. It's mostly because her attacks are a lot faster, but she's the highest physical damage dealer in the game. Like, even just from basic cards, because she doesn't get a whole lot of upgrades outside of small few things. But she is really good if you want to kind of stay in the battle, because you really have to be attentive to the timers and her animations in order to make the most out of it. I will say though, I have been absolutely loving the fact that we're now finally able to actually play through Baten Kaitos Origin, since it never came out in the EU. So I'm very much planning to play that next year. First, I got a couple of other things that I need to play though. Damn it. I like the way combos had kind of mechanic where you started when, or if you started when the deck felt like it could pull cards to help you succeed. I haven't had a good goddammit Gil yet. I think there might be like a Gigaboots clip lingering around in the depths of the internet. That is just one of the Giga Boys going, God damn it, Gil. If so, y'all know what you need to do.
Oh, Warrior of Nisa.
It really is somewhere stuck between horny and horrified with those, isn't it?
Nisa.
Hornified.
時間の無駄だ。
No, I don't like yells. Well, like, the positive thing about Mega Man X8 is that it's not X7. Oh, I'm gonna get lost. It's a urinal. Only a bit of water is left. It looks like we can trap... I want to play the piss card. This is the second game in a row that makes me go like, fuck yeah, piss. No. I gotta Google a release date real quick. These devs are absolute degenerates. It has to be like at least 2002, 2003. No. Aw, I can't check the magazine? Really? That's weak. This is a video game. A bunch of keys are hanging off his belt. Oh, hey, nice. I'll take that. Hey, if a guard is reading the Kurinu guide walkthrough on the toilet, he is okay in my book. Absolute degenerates. I recently installed Half-Life to like fully play it for the first time. If a game is making you go yay piss, I think that's a problem with the game. It depends on the context, really. Like Doshin the Giant was more like oops piss, but this one is like I now have a piss card to throw at someone. Damn, don't scare me. I thought you were one of the dark ones. But this might be destiny. I'll have to go to my fellow comrades. But the bunny cat under the desk is the only thing I'm worried about. It's my favorite pet. Yeah, and Valve had its 30th anniversary recently. The No Clip dudes did a pretty goddamn good documentary on it, which I highly recommend. I think, or was that the 25 years of Half-Life? I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, Max Payne is a remnant of the WSGA regulations and the censorship attached to that. Like, there's a lot of stuff on the Steam store that is not available in Germany still. Let's take the furball. Come out, Whiskers. Thank you so much. I owe you so much. Please take good care of Whiskers. I think I have the Xbox version of it, which is, I think, the most stable version of the console variants of Half-Life. Ooh. I found it funny that when I booted up Resident Evil, I think Dead Aim, the DS remake of the first game, that it came with the green blood pre-installed. It was quite a time. Do I have Max Payne? I don't even have Max Payne. What the hell? Wait, there's an EU bundle? I'll hold the phone. What is the difference here? Oh, it's just Max Payne and Max Payne 2. Why is Max Payne 2 $55? That has to be a mistake. Hang on. Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, thanks to Germany, we got Pro Protector. Ooh. I'll take that.
Hey, halten Sie die Klappe!
It's not rude if I'm the one that added it. Yeah, I've been wanting to play through Max Payne and through Half-Life, partially because of the whole like anniversary going on, and just preparing for like the multiverse thing with Alan Wake 2. Ooh. I wonder if you can do that same thing that you can do in Tales of, where you trigger a an event at the same time as you trigger an encounter, and it just completely fucks over the game. Hey Naru, how's it going? Of extracting Kuno from Disco Elysium and suggested that, but I doubt how it could be used as a... I mean, we can balance it out with other Disco Elysium lines. It's fine, really. I'm having a bit of a cold, but other than that, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. You mean Max Payne, Loin? I'll just get it. I have the window open, so I'm probably just gonna grab it after a stream. Yeah, it's in that weird, you know, that phase where you know you're gonna get like a mild cold and it starts like itching the whole time. Like, you don't have a runny nose, but you do have like all the things leading up to it. Oh wait, this goes to 4. I see. I've been wanting to play it for a while, I just never got around to it. I think I talked about this before, but I don't play a whole lot of PC stuff. And recently I've been getting a lot into like older PC games thanks to watching a lot of Mike and Rig. Oh, that's the only way up. Was curious to see if I could go to floor 3. But it's likely going to be an off-stream, like, comfort food thingy. Like, I've been trying to mix it up a little bit for myself, that I can like continue to play a lot of JRPGs without feeling like that immense fatigue that you get at like the 3rd or 4th game. I don't want to get a pot of air from the toilet, game. I can list various reasons as to why that is. Thank you very much. I am currently sitting on 662 video games on Steam, with an additional like 200 on GOG. But granted, my GOG account is largely free to play. I think I bought like 3 games.
Oh, warrior of Nisa!
That's gonna get that's gonna get so bad once we actually get to Romancing Saga, though. Hey Hope, how's it going? 1400 plus, Jesus. Well, granted, like if I count my physical, I don't wanna capture the essence of toilet water, game. What is wrong with you? Ooh. And how's it going, Hope? Good to see ya. And Rohamond, how's it going? Good to see ya. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Hope. Also, if you guys want to follow the absolute coziest dude on Twitch, please do go follow up Hope at twitch.tv/Hope. I ate entirely too much food. That is tradition, is it not? But the food coma's after, and it just sounds like a very good time to me. Gonna have a hard time convincing me otherwise. I try to buy most of my games on GOG just in case someone I know might want to borrow a copy. Yeah, I started doing, I started using GOG a lot more, primarily because I was more interested in older PC games than newer ones, because my PC isn't very good. Like, I can stream, but I was surprised that Stasis Bone Totem actually didn't cause a house fire. Only game I own on GOG that I've purchased is John Moose Strangle. Why? Literally, you need to buy more PS3s. I have like 3. I have my original Slim that I bought, and a good while back I got a back and pat from a friend, and then Gypsy brought home a backup at some point, just in case that one fails. From what I remember, it's explicitly 7th gen, like in that same subgenre that Wet falls in. You're just kind of going like, okay, game, you do you, buddy. You're perfect just the way you are. Buying Super Slim? You mean the one with the top loader? I mean, the fact that it's like a physical disk drive where you can remove the disk from is pretty decent, but the actual hardware, they substantially cut costs for during its production, so it doesn't really have like the longevity that most of the other PlayStation systems have. If well taken care of, that is. I remember when those things were still new, and we kept selling them to parents, like the 12 gig version, and then the parents came back angry, saying their kids couldn't play GTA because GTA requires like 24 gigabytes. Which to me is still like the funniest thing. Kind of like we have a PlayStation 3 at home and it's just like a 12 gigabyte machine. It's kind of similar to like the Xbox 360 Arcade Edition, but at least there you could expand the hard drive. I've got my 20 gigabyte fat PS3s that's still chugging along. Hell yeah. I recently cleaned mine out. Was much needed. But I'm using the Chonky Boy to stream Chill Cecilia too. I do need to replace the CMOS on all of them at some point though. I did redo the thermal paste on pretty much every single one of the machines that we have not too long ago. A whole new Worf is accumulating in those consoles. Surprisingly, Worf isn't that interested in like any of the stuff that isn't his. I'm still really impressed by that. I think he chewed on the couch a little bit once, and after that he never did something like that again. Once he gets within arm's reach, I will pet the shit out of Worf. Don't you worry about that. We'll get to that. Ooh, that is a lot of experience. Yeah, that'll do. Now that I think about it, I mostly use my GOG account to stream Mystery of the Druids and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Because generally I find that GOG releases are much more optimized for more modern systems. Stop asking me to drink toilet water. Please. Weird. Let's see what happens if I just stack a bunch of opposing elements. Probably gonna tank a lot of the damage, but I was kind of hoping for something special to happen. It didn't. Aha! Gotcha this time. My first attack is really freaking fast, so it's really hard to block. Do, 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 do. Well, so far so good. Man, I am not lucking out on any of this. Ooh, now that's a much better turn. I also have a piss card. Get blocked. This game is kind of out there. God, the experience count is insane here. Oh, hey, it's the hole I left. They never bothered to patch it up. Nice. Another one? Ooh. Well, don't mind if I do. Yeah, it's a lot of fun as well. A very enjoyable experience. The question is, does this allow me to go to the basement? Wait, did I check the sides here? Because I don't think I have. Oh, that goes back to the entrance? That goes back to the kitchen. Evidently, I'm missing something here. wharf has once again become flatbread. This should be the start of the final chapter. There's like 3 main acts in this game, and like we're now entering like the 3rd act. It doesn't feel like it, but we've been playing this game for like a good 40 plus hours now. And let's see if I touch a walk through, see what the chapters are like. Yeah, this is like the final third, if the chapters are to be believed. Yeah, it's a little more complicated than that, but yeah, I like it. It also is just a pretty slow game from the get-go. Like a lot of the gameplay mechanics and stuff are just very slow. Like even a basic battle can take a few minutes to complete. There you go. Like in that sense, it's definitely not a game that is for everyone. Like it's not the most accessible thing. But I really like it. The hell do I need an elevator? Oh wait, there is maybe an elevator at the end of the hallway. But I genuinely just appreciate the level of effort that went into just the art and everything that surrounds this game. It's really freaking well done. So my plan is after this game, to open up the channel point reward thingy for the final stretch of Saga Frontier. Like maybe we can beat that by the end of the year. And then we have about a month to beat Zillia. Hey Adrian, how's it going? Having fun with that line? You'll be back. Any particular reason, Muffin Joyer? Like, I can imagine it with a game like Baten Kaitos, where a lot of the combat is mostly deck building. Also, just a quick second, I really have to use the bathroom. Be right back. Hello, hello, hello. I think that's the first I've heard of the BRB screen. How's it going, Cyber Exile? Finding synergies and all that. Yeah, I used to play a lot of like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic the Gathering for a very long time. So, like, every time a deck building game comes around, my brain just starts connecting a few unused synapses. I love my background just the way it is. I do understand that, and like it's a little bit on the bright side, but then again, like it's how do I put this? There's also a brightness switch on your monitor. I collected Pokemon cards as a kid, then years later I learned that there was a game around it. Yeah, same. I recently on a whim bought two starter decks so I could play with Gypsy, and it's a lot of fun actually. Like it's a really easy and fast game to play, and it's a lot of fun. Doesn't have a lot of like deep moving components. Oh, that's where Mizuti puts the accessory. I just noticed that the bird is on the little propeller on the hat. I'm pretty sure Lyud hasn't had a cohesive thought throughout this entire game, but okay. This is a very good insult to throw at someone. Who gave you permission to grow a brain? I think they made us think those cards are way too precious to just toss around with friends and strangers. Always leave your valuable cards. It's important. Hmm.
よいか。人民は皆我が奴隷であり、我がゲームの捨て駒に過ぎん。私がトルジナの肉を食いたいと言ったら、世界中草の根を分けてでもトルジナを探し出し、捕らえて肉を献上するのだ。 私が金が欲しいと言ったら一睡もせずに知恵度を吐いて働き決められた額の税を納めるのだ。
You know, suddenly I don't feel so bad that we killed this guy.
私が戦えと言ったなら女子供も一人残らず兵士となって武器を取り、愚劣なる帝王どもはまさにそのためだけに存在しているのだ。そんなことも知らなかった
This does go a
のか、
long way.
バカめ。
This does go a long way to like explain the general mentality of all the NPCs in this kingdom. Because like there's there is a certain level of elitism, but if everybody is spoon-fed, like serve the empire, live a happy life, then I can sort of understand where that mentality comes from. Ooh, I hear food.
あの皇帝も全てを捨ててアザーの人々のために戦うことができなかった今はもういない。
I do really like that aspect of Lyud's character. Like it's really fun to see him kind of break the shackles of indoctrination. Like as a slow but steady process, like he needed to be confronted with the evils of the empire to such a degree that that illusion of like the empire is good, the empire is great, just completely shatters. And hey, Possum, how's it going? One of the things, though, in kind of in defense of the deck building aspect of this game is that once you kind of figure out what most of the stuff does, like most of the spell casting is pretty basic. Like you won't see a whole lot of variety in that regard. So after that, it just becomes a matter of just upgrading the same cards and just kind of figuring out if you have enough of a certain element to create a decent chain. The only thing that I can really see tripping people up is the like there's a really weird balance that you have when making a deck where you have to sort of balance your average hand draw. So you don't want too many offensive cards, but you also don't want too many support items or defensive cards. You want a nice little balance to kind of give you the option to have basically everything on hand that you need. And if that's off balance, you'll end up with a lot of like defensive cards in your hand that you can use offensively, or a lot of offensive cards that you can't use defensively, etc. So that's kind of where the hard part, that's kind of like the hard part of this this game's combat system. But what I really like about that is that you can just sit back and sort of evaluate what works and what doesn't. And through that, you can really start figuring out like piece by piece what works and what doesn't. But beyond that, like, for these characters, I haven't really upgraded all that much. Did notice that there is still a level 1 fire in there, though, which is unacceptable. And then there's also, like, the added aspect of just player preference. Like, what do you like to play? And kind of sort of experimenting, figuring out what works and what doesn't. But not just from a from an optimization standpoint, but also from a comfort point of view. Build to Blame used to sit here. He's no longer here to use it. Hell yeah. That was me. I did that. Oh, okay. Oops. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. 'And then there's still like a running joke for me that I put the chicken in every deck that I have, or like at least in one deck in the party, because I need to be able to cock block. That's just an unwritten rule. Ooh, nice. Strong combos. Oh, defensive. Just a drop kick. Beautiful. Shit. Cock blogger. No. I only have one valid response to that. Okay, he is dead as well. Nice. Some pretty decent damage. Damn. Drop kick. Yeah, that should do it. Now we at least have a bunch of stuff that we can use to I lost my train of thought. I blame having a cold. This is the operations room. The blue ball in the middle is the main machine that monitors security on each floor. Looks like it's dead. It's not functioning at all. So for upcoming Monday, I want to hop back into Tales of Zillia 2. And then play some Baten Kaitos on Wednesday. See how far we can get in that. And then upcoming Friday, we'll be playing some more Owlboy, joined by our very own Adrian for some developer commentary. I'm very excited for that. Isn't that a bit of a spoiler game? Because there's only one sword wielder in the entire fucking game. Oh no, it's not killed. I just didn't have an outstanding time with a certain aspect of it. The writing is so feverish though that it more than makes up for it. I better use magic to cure that fever. Yeah, I can't afford healthcare anymore. They revived me once and I never was the same again. I am having the biggest deja vu. Had a weird deja vu moment. One of the later bosses in Wild Arms 5 gave me so much trouble. And that was also a Mantis, so... And hey, Hodgar, how's it going? Ooh. Games would be way more realistic if you got injured. You went to buy a health potion and it cost 15,000 gold, and when you told the merchant you can't afford it, he shrugged and said, well, guess you die then. Reminds me a little bit of that Hercules RPG on the Game Boy Color. Get out of my house, and immediately starts firing. Immediately opens fire. Stagnant water. Anyone here wants some Gel to Blame bath water? Oh. I'm actually kind of curious what that leads to. That's not a cute doll, that's hella cursed. Be careful, you get burned to a crisp if you touch it. That's surprising. I didn't think the intruder security system was still working. The system can only be deactivated from the operations room on the 5th floor. Let's go, I know how to deactivate it. Okay. It doesn't seem to be working at all. Then why is the electronic door lock on the floor still working? Maybe some mischievous brat up ahead is doing it? Melodia, if we fix this main machine, we'll be able to deactivate the electronic lock door. Let's repair the machine first. What should we do? It was originally filled with water. Now it's totally empty. If we fill it with water, we'll be able to function again. Yes, any kind of water will work. Even water that isn't fresh should be okay. I'm gonna fill this bad boy with so much piss. I took some piss water from the urinal. Hey Lametta, how's it going? Rosa, how's it going? Alright, time to fill them up with some Gelda Blame bath water. That's it, that's all I can do. Oh, nice. That should at least do some damage. Oh, right. I forgot about something. Hang on. I'm at least starting to do a pretty hefty amount of damage. Block. How much damage is that going to be? Only 400. Not too bad, not too bad. Oh man, I was hoping that would do it. I'm kind of scared for that one moment where I finally find a save point where I can level up. Get out of my way. Need to get out some piss. Can't talk right now. I'm making piss. I don't know why I love that video so much, but I do. It's so good. Exactly. That's how it makes me feel every time I see it. That and Welcome to the Night Cafe gets me every time. It's so good. Dwarf is being extremely flat right now. What a good boy. I love the Doshin one as well. I have been considering making that an actual emote. The scrolling Doshin. It's like the right amount of cursed. What would be a good like staple PC game to recommend to people? I'm gonna fill this bad boy up with so much piss. Both. What would be considered a staple PC game? The electronic door lock should be open. Let's go. I'll pet Worf once he's within arm's reach. He is currently sleeping right outside the room. StarCraft. What is BC? Baldur's Gate, Diablo. It's like tiny indie games. What would fall under that category? Like for me, To the Moon is a good staple RPG or staple PC game, but like in terms of like the retro stuff, I am still very unfamiliar. It is a field that I want to get more acquainted with, though. Oh, Jazz Jackrabbit. Love that game. Both of them. Hey, Kirchan. How's it going?
神の御心に従わぬ者はこの手で排除してくれる。
The System Shock, Thief, Deus Ex. I'm doing pretty alright. Okay, so I don't have a cam, but like my face is literally this. And some people take the CD's nuts joke a little bit too literally.
皇帝のように一気に5つの光にさらされたりせずに少しずつ
Meaning to one-eyed monster. Yeah.
神に祝福された我らを。あともう少しで偉大なるマルペルシュロがこの世に降臨される。世界は生まれ変わる。
It just starts crying.
神の御心のままに。逆らう者には。
His eyes already yellow.
終焉あるのみ。
Shit. I am still not over the fact that Shadow Hearts has a boss that gives birth to himself during the fight. At some point you fight a priest and he turns into the Reverend Mother and basically is in the process of giving birth to himself during the fight. It's a very bizarre image that is kind of hard to like fully grasp. Let me see if I can find an image of that boss. I recently looked this up for one reason or the other. Was it Chernobog? No. 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 No, not it. Also wasn't Seraphic Radiance? Wait, it could be that it's just under his usual name. Yeah. So that, not that. I think it was Nikolai. Let's see. Man, why is it so hard to... Wait, no, Nikolai is Shadow Hearts Covenant. Now I'm confused if it was Covenant or the normal one. Rosan. There you go. that's gonna be a buff. I don't want to know what the Orb of Magical Offense entails, video game. I really don't. Something like that. Something like that, Muff Enjoyer. Hehe. Get cocked on. Swoop. I don't like. No. That is enough of that video game. He does a lot of damage. What? Well, at least I have two characters with the revival items. Uh-oh. That's not good. Shit, that might be Mizuti. Oh wait, no it's not. What the hell, game? I was saving that. Nice. That's some good damage. Yeah, that's the end of Mizudi. That is a shitty draw. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. That's the end of Mizudi. I ran into this fight with way too low HP. That's fine, just let me press the fucking button. Having a bit of bad luck with the draw and just running into this fight unprepared. God damn. And that's the end of Zilla. Wait, no, it's not. Jesus Christ, oh, that is a fuckload of damage. But this fight has long since been over. Come on. Please clutch it out. No way. I'm disliking this trend of bosses being able to attack so much with this amount of damage. Hey Ray, how's it going? Like these amounts of damages are really difficult to mitigate at this point in the game. So I think my best option is to go out of the dungeon and maybe refresh everybody by leveling up. But I can try again if I want to. But first, I really have to use the bathroom. The downside of drinking a lot of tea against the cold is that you have to pee a lot. So I'll be right back. And I'm back. Let's see. Oh, I do not have a whole lot of healing items. Take what little I can get. Let's try this again. Don't overextend, don't start wasting cards. Well, maybe if I can poison him. Not gonna get a good combination here, but that's fine. At least doing some damage. I now know what he can do, so I'm gonna keep that on hand. Get me. Oh, that's new. Wait, no, it's not. Now I was gonna do the other attack. Oh, very nice. That's gonna be a lot of damage. I'm gonna have to see if I can mitigate that in some form or way. Like 700 plus? Oh, 500. That's not too bad. That was unlucky. That was super unlucky. I'm gonna have to keep that on hand, so I'm gonna go for a defensive turn here. It's not much, but it's gonna make the difference between surviving this and just getting outright obliterated. I'm gonna toss this. Defend me, Harada. I'll toss 2 offensive cards. That's gonna hurt. Oof. Please survive this. You have quite a lot of healing items on you. You should be able to just... Oh, that did a lot less. And she goes back to full. Okay, this is going a little bit better. Some defensive capabilities, please. Jesus. That's over 1,000 damage guaranteed. Aw, man. Close, but that's real rough. Okay, at least that did some damage. Ooh, that's a shame. Yeah, the Dark Flare is not going to do a whole lot of damage, but this at least is.
Warrior of Nisa.
That was a good timing on that one. I have to take the rest if I want to turn. What a shit show. Let me keep the grill on hand. Yeah. Earlier today, I kind of finally sat down for the new sound files. Oh, come on. You have got to be kidding me. It's all 12 of them, by the way. So, like, if you redeem the same one, it will play a random sound every single time. You've got to be shitting me, though. Oh, that... Dude, are you for fucking real? God, I hate boss fights like this so much. Like, there isn't a single fucking thing I can do against this. I am really not enjoying the boss design from this point onward. This feels more unfair than like a challenge. Like, oh, you didn't have like 17 defensive cards in a row? Well, get fucked, I guess. I don't like it when games do that. Do I have an autosave perchance in front of him? It was kind of the same where during the Giacomo fight where the enemy got a bunch of extra attacks just to make the fight more difficult. Let's see. I think this is the one. Yeah. Okay, let's grab a few levels. Let's grab a few items as well. Like, it doesn't feel like good boss design. It feels like you need to pad out your game in some way or form. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that might be a bit too much. Is speed actually irrelevant? At 202, he still gets 2 turns. I feel like that's more... Oh, boy. Such a spoiler. Such a spoiler. Oh, wait. I am such an idiot. That's fine. Ooh, that is some hefty damage right there. Not so much. Might be a good idea to replace the rotten food with some healing items going forward. This is sort of fight where that I say fuck it to and just ditch the game. Yeah, it's unfortunate that games sometimes have to resort to those kind of measures to kind of block players from progressing. It's a bit of a shame, but all in all, like, it doesn't really add a whole like it's just a small hurdle to get over. That is a bit frustrating to deal with, but it's nothing that we can't mitigate in some form or way. So, like, regardless how you look at it, it's fine. Like, it's not good design, but it's fine. It's manageable. Hey, Molikov, how's it going? Kills build different for this kind of thing. Don't know about that, but I have a unusually high tolerance for absolute horseshit. A professional sufferer. Well, we're playing Balan Wonderworld for my birthday, so that should say enough. Like, happy birthday to me. Oh no, what have I done? This there. Okay, might as well. How much does the eel heal? Oh, wait. Yeah, it should be good. That should give me a bit of extra healing. Okay, we're still in the same room. To be fair, we've since lowered the difficulty to moderate. Like, it shouldn't, like, difficulty settings shouldn't really come at the expense of the enjoyment that you're experiencing from the game. And unfortunately, I was not having a good time with that. Wait, maybe we can scare the dude again. Ah, man, that was a one-time thing? That's a shame. I'm very curious to see what that magazine cover was. Because I'm pretty sure I recognized one of the cover characters. But I don't know, like I wouldn't say like it's masochistic, but like I am very curious about how far games go for like how much do they commit to like a specific element. Unfortunately, Tales of Cilia has a debt system that lets me enjoy it all the way till the fucking end. There we go. Should at least be settled for a while now, so. JRPGs tend to commit this crime more than other types of games I've played. I assume it's not only is it an artificial game lengthener, but it also encourages more grinding, a staple of the genre. It's most certainly like the first, but a lot of these times it's just to kind of educate players on specific elements that hasn't been explained at that point in time. And like the roadblock is a pretty common trope in JRPGs, but it's not unique to the genre. Like a lot of people tend to really steer to the idea that it's like a solely JRPG element, but it's more noticeable because JRPGs tend to be a bit slower paced. And a bit more streamlined in their approach. So whenever they or narrowed in their approach, I should say. Like a good example would be like the same boss, a similar concept to a boss in Baldur's Gate 3 would be a very different experience than in a game where you have to go through it, right? Like it just provides a very, very different look into the mechanics of the game and how you can implement those to best suit the moment. Like in that sense, JRPGs are quite self-limiting in a lot of ways. Usually they, from the amount that I've played, one of the more common elements is that there's usually one answer to any given solution, but the keyword being one. And then you play something like Icewind Dale or Baldur's Gate as a counterpoint example, or Wizardry, and there are just hundreds of options to deal with specific situations. And it's that level of freedom versus that sort of hyper specificness that can feel a bit jarring at times. I don't think it's all that bad personally, but that's also because I've played so much of it. I've just come to expect it. Like I'll voice my criticism and start figuring out a battle plan to deal with it. Oh, that didn't kill him? Oh, it did. But like the Til Cecilia Scorpion boss is a very good example of something being so ultra specific that the game itself doesn't quite know how to deal with it. That boss you can only hit if it targets someone else. And if your AI doesn't attack something that it can't attack as part of its core programming, then you're just absolutely fucked. The only reason I beat that fight was because Alvin kept casting Guardian Circle, which pops open the guard and allows me to combo it to death. And yeah, that's fair, Possum. I've heard that sentiment quite a lot, that JRPGs might just be like a bit too much of a commitment in that regard. Like you're easily committing to like 50 to 70 hours of video game that is a very streamlined. You're basically playing a 70-hour long story to just grossly oversimplify it. Whereas, at least from my experience playing a lot of CRPGs growing up, like Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Planescape Torment, is that level of freedom does tend to make it easier to not feel the amount of hours that you put into it. Because like the creative thinking that is stimulated by the game does tend to like make the most generic interactions, like picking up a barrel or something like that, feel like it means something, and thus the sort of investment that you're trying to solve like your grander puzzle by just collecting a lot of barrels or whatnot. But with a more streamlined experience, like more narrowed road to go through, I feel like these roadblocks are made to kind of make or break a player, but also to kind of teach different styles of mechanic. But with this, or mechanical implementation, I should say. But in this case, it's a bit different because you don't really have access to everything that you want. Like all the information that you want is there for the taking if you're willing to invest the time. But unlike the inventory full of barrels and infinite possibilities in Baldur's Gate 3, for instance, this isn't nearly as satisfying. It's a lot of repetition. Like it's very relaxing for me to like stumble across one of those bosses and just go like, oh, I get to just hang out and just beat the shit out of some monsters for like next 30 hours. I don't know. I'm just exaggerating at this point, but I don't know if more playtesting would catch these issues. No, the screen isn't frozen. I just haven't continued the text box because it was talking. And it's difficult to talk when you're focusing on trying to defend an attack as the timer goes down. CRPGs are my favorite. Planescape Torment, Baldur's Gate 2 are my top two all-timers. And I buy every CRPG release because I want the genre to succeed. But yeah, JRPGs can be much shorter, as you said, very hyperfixative and specific in regards to how it needs to be played. You know, preferring reading tons and doing things my way. Yeah, that's fair. JRPGs are funny middle management racing simulators at times, very literal in some cases, in something like the OG Digimon World, where half the gameplay is stat training. Yeah, it's kind of like you're creating very powerful characters and not like situationally powerful characters. Sure, game. Let's go with cucumbers. It's becoming increasingly more phallic over here. Like my JRPGs to be a mix of easy battles I can zen out to, and sometimes harder bosses and monster combos I need to focus on to beat. There's a difference between like I think the core of the issue to kind of dilute the conversation a little bit to Baten Kaitos specifically is that there is a difference between a hard boss for the sake of being difficult and a challenging boss for the sake of learning something new about the game. And unfortunately, this is a recurring pitfall that Monolith is very good at. Like, Xenoblade has a lot of innate design that kind of pitfalls players into stumbling across incredibly powerful mountains to overcome, but not now. And usually they do that in a way that feels incredibly cheap. Like, oh, we have a boss that does a lot of damage. Let's give him 2 attacks instead of an interesting toolkit. Like, he does 2 sequences. He does a dick laser and he does like the eye popper. That's it. That's all he does. But he does that in the same turn, you know? And we're going to program it so that you're basically on your heel if you're not fully prepared and if you don't have like the exact hand pull. That's how it feels. There are ways to deal with this. But like your initial reaction is likely going to be that. And that is usually the sign of a bad design decision. And how much that influences your willingness to go on with the game is entirely up to you from that point. But it is a recurring thing in a lot of JRPGs where they give bosses like ludicrous amounts of health or like a very specific set of circumstances in which you can beat them. Lost Odyssey, I think, has a boss that can only be damaged with magic, and every third turn only with physical or something like that. It was like some kind of insane thing that you have to figure out. Or no, it switches stances, and based on that, you can only damage them with specific movesets. Now, the difference between that boss and this boss is that boss has a lot of like visual cues to kind of hint you into what it's actually doing. The downside to it is that it does like a reflect every time you guess wrong. And that reflect does a flat 90% damage to your party members. And that is something that I don't really enjoy. Like, if I want to be brutalized, I will play Digital Devil Saga and I will start farming mods. Then again, like, SMT taught me a lot about like how to abuse the system. So I'm rambling a bit, but I'm also a very sleepy boy. So my apologies if it's not entirely coherent. The discussion I'm trying to make is not like CRPGs versus JRPGs though. Like what I'm trying to get across is that, like, due to specific design elements and overlapping design elements, that certain things that I personally dislike, certain elements in design that I personally dislike, tend to frequent a bit more, in contrast to a game that just basically tosses a player into the road, like, go explore, have fun. But one of the draws for JRPGs for me has always been like the stories, the characters, the presentations, like the beautiful world designs, and just like kind of looking for that sensation of being swept off your feet by a wonderful story that eventually pits you against God, and you have to slay the evil demons to save the world or some princess or whatnot. And then there's Zog 3, which basically just throws convention out of the window and just immediately brutalizes the hero and decapitates him. Need to time the killing blow on them within 3 turns for both. I think I went so nuclear on that boss that I did it in 1 turn and all of them at the same time. But I was so broken. Like that is one of the main appeals with JRPGs. Like JRPGs is strength made easy. If I'm might be so bold to distill progression into those elements. But what I mean by that is that JRPGs usually have a fairly, or well, I say JRPGs, but RPGs within that specific design overlap tend to have a fairly linear progression for characters, but that allows you to, on a very small level, really mess with the game in extreme levels, because there are like very little options. A thing like, oh, this ring gives you immunity to status ailments, can go a very long way if you suddenly face like a boss that, oh, he poisons you for like half his turns, but like nobody gets poisoned because it doesn't work. Oh, you have 3 accessory slots? Well, let's add elemental immunity to that. Right, so like, say like the boss casts poison 1 turn. Well, that's 1 turn on the boss wasted. Next turn, he casts a whole big ball of fire. Well, I am immune to elements, so I get healed instead. Well, that's 2 turns wasted. Oh, but I also have like either a very strong counter, or I don't know, maybe some type of physical damage immunity, and on the 3rd turn the boss lashes out in frustration. But instead, like, then at that point, like, small things in your character's inventory will have drastic consequences for how strong you can get in the game. And once you understand that core, that linearity of progression becomes so much fun, so addictive. Like Star Ocean is a fantastic example. That the crafting system in Star Ocean 2 can be such a time sink, but we get it right. The game crumbles to its knees and begs for forgiveness. It is beautiful. But chat, I am noticing that I am kind of wavering a little, so I'm gonna call it here. It's been a bit of a shorter stream. My apologies for that. Also not feeling all too well, so hopefully with a bit of rest I can recuperate and not catch a full-on cold, and it just happened to be a slight discomfort, I guess. But thank you so much for being here. Really freaking appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. If you guys want to extend the
Warrior of Nisa.
I'm starting to regret it. But if you guys want to extend the discussion, feel free to join the Discord. We also have a YouTube channel too, even. One is the main channel where I sometimes post video essays, and the other one is the VOD archive, where the Lost Odyssey playthrough is now slowly...
Warrior of Nisa!
You know, it's really hard to finish the sentence.
Oh, warrior of Nisa.
I'll see y'all on Monday.
Oh, warrior of Nisa.
Oh, warrior of Nisa. Heavy machine gun.
Oh man. Yeah. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the new sound bites. I will see you guys all on Monday for Tales of Xillia, and we'll continue this assault on the Imperial Capital on the next stream, where I'm a little bit more in the moment so I can actually concentrate on beating the fight. So thank you so very much for hanging out. Really freaking appreciate it. If you're new to the stream, do hit that follow button. We're very close to 5K and hopefully hitting it by the end of the year. So we'll see. And I'll be back on Monday with Tales of Xillia 2. So do look forward to that. And until that moment arrives, stay beautiful, keep on gaming, dudes, and have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good one.